my channel. I'm Laura, and today I'm gonna share again a thrift haul. It's very interesting because it's been very lucky, and also I've been finding lots of Christmas items that I really like. I normally don't spend, I feel like I have my style, so I don't change styles. Of course, it's a lot of red, a lot of gold in my decor, and I sometimes do, like last year I added some ribbons and things like that. So this year I don't think I want to add too much of a different vibe, but there's some cool items that I found and I'm gonna be sharing with you. Not all the haul is Christmas. Some of the things are not. But I think like they kind of go with it, and so they can be incorporated. So I'm gonna get started right away. I found this organizer for pencils and things like that. I have found this before. I've thrifted this before in like a wood tone. I've never seen it in this creamy tone. I kind of like it too. It's also by the Lender company. It's vintage and it's this kind of plasticky wood looking. I don't know if I should just refinish it brown because I've sold this already a couple of times. So this one is going to be different. So I'm going to list it and see how it does. But you can see here the details. It kind of looks like carved wood, but it's plastic. And I paid $2.99 for this one today. So I went to the thrift store today and the other day as well. So I have a mix of things from two different trips. I also got this very beautiful. It's not carved. It's very interesting because I don't know the exact material of this. But I know it is brass in the bottom. It says made in Taiwan 1981. Are not imports. And then it says Ivory Dynasty. So it has this in the bottom. And it has the brass in the top. And then this kind of like really nice carving. It looks like tomatoes and flowers and yeah, like a lot of really cool details in it. It doesn't have anything else. I paid $5.99 for this one. I feel like it is worth it because of the size and how interesting this is. So I'm gonna be listing it soon as well. I do decorate for Thanksgiving. So I brought these ones home. They were $2.49 and I have a, 20% off at Savers all the time. So I grabbed them. I'm gonna use them to maybe set up a candle or something. I actually need something to set up my tea when I drink tea watching TV. The other day I kind of damaged the table, so I better use this as coasters. So I'm gonna do that. And then the next items, they look Christmassy to me. So I found this brass for candlestick holder thing for $2.99. I thought it was a great deal. It is the shiny, when it's too shiny, I kind of shy away from brass when it's too shiny, because to me it's like, oh, maybe this is just painted metal and it looks cheap. But the reality is that this one is kind of heavier. So that's what it made me feel a little bit more confident about grabbing it, because it does not look cheap. It feels heavier. It feels, well made. So $2.99 for this one. I also paid, I saw this one, and this is what I really liked. Just the classic part of it. It has some greenery that I'm not gonna complain about. I'm trying to think of this as being by my front door. And these flowers can be, of course, readjusted. Just have to, I've seen people use their blow dryer in the heat setting, and then it kind of makes them more bendable. And then I noticed it has some lights here. So it has a space for batteries. So I can put this light up and put it in my porch. Right now, my porch is all full of pumpkins. I got some for free. I got some because I bought, and then people just gave me 6 more yesterday. So I have a bunch of pumpkins. So I'm gonna enjoy till fall, and then we're gonna start setting up things like this outside. I also have bought 2 slates, like the vintage kind with the wood and metal. They are red and kind of cheapy. One I bought for $4.99 and the other one bought for $10. I didn't have the chance to share with you those just because they're so big and I forget them in the garage and things like that. I think I'm going to be selling one of those and then keeping the other one. But, you know, this is like my vintage vibes that I'm going for. Speaking of vintage vibes, I found this guy and you saw it in the picture in the beginning. Okay, he's huge. Nothing broken here. The arm is loose, so I just have to, before I kill myself here, poke myself, have to glue this arm this way or you know, just like put a nail that way. But the other arm is good. Has to, like, I have to glue this belt because it's coming off a little bit in the back. But look at that face. The outfit is perfect. And actually, he can open and close his mouth. So I saw this guy today at the thrift store. And I was like, oh, if he's less than $10, I'll take it. And I was very pleased to see that it was only $5.99. So, of course, I grabbed him. I was willing to pay $9.99 for this. So, $5.99 was even better. Now, this Goodwill that I go to, they tend to be expensive. So, I was surprised, happily surprised about that one. Now, this one I paid $3.99. This is another classical thing for me. The brass horn thing. These flowers, not my favorite. I could remove them. And the brass has some damage here. There was some. But to me, it adds to the details. You know, I can just add a bow here, hanging, and nobody has to know, right? It's not like anybody's gonna try to play this. Maybe my husband, he's a trumpet player. So maybe I can see if he can try to play that. Now I have some bags here, just a bag of a few little more details that I found. So, and I don't know what possessed me to get these things. Maybe they are not even, I shouldn't, but I did. So I found this for $1 and it's all these stars and I thought I could paint them in gold. They're all the different names of Jesus. And I'm thinking these are meant to be, so Mediator, Living Water, Prince of Peace, all of these are here. And I don't know if they're meant to be on, yeah, it says ornament. So I guess you could put them in a tree. I would like to paint them gold. But also I thought it would be cute to give them to our neighbors. Just like with a little ribbon. And so that way, you know, because there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. I'm getting 12 presents for $1, which I think is great. I just do rub and buff, a nice ribbon, and a card or treats, and that's perfect. So I thought I would do that. Then this one, another thing that I'm like, what's wrong with you? I did it because it was another $1 item, and I love the colors on this. Am I wrong for this? I mean, how many of you actually use napkin rings? I don't know. But I was like, okay, there's 12 of them, which means my parents, my sister, and my in-law, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law and my brother can be with us and have enough for everyone. So 12, I think this is perfect. So that's why I decided to grab it, and also $1. If you have any ideas what I can do with this, other than napkin rings, you know, that you think it'll look cute. But, I mean, if napkin rings, it's cute enough. And, let me see. I want to see, I want to feel if these are, like, cheap, plasticky, you know. It says they're yarn wrap. It says made in India. So, that's already a good sign. Because if it's not made in China, it's a little bit less, I don't know. For some reason, I feel like, oh, made in China is kind of like genetic. Everybody has it, or, you know, cheaply made. But India, maybe it's a little bit better quality material. Ugh. But maybe one day when I try to get open this. Okay. So, yeah. I have no idea what this is inside, but it's not, it doesn't feel like plastic. It feels like wood. So I don't know, but this is how they look. I could turn them into wreaths with a bow. Do you see that? I think they're pretty cute. No, not that. But maybe wreaths. I don't know. I thought they were very beautiful. And again, for $1, kind of had to do it. Now the teacher in me did this again. I was looking for stockings. I currently work as the student council helper in my high school. And so there's about 60 kids in the school because it's very small. And so I was trying to see if I could get them all a stocking to do some sort of a Secret Santa thing, right? And I went to a thrift store and I was going to get them at Walmart, just the cheap ones at Walmart. And I saw the cheap ones from Walmart for only 50 cents. And there were like stacks and stacks of them. So, okay, obviously I go secure my 60 ones that I need. And I see still like a lot of them left. And so I go text the other teachers in the lower grades. So I left the store with like almost maybe 100, close to 100 stockings. So I thought that was pretty good because it was $50 at the end, 50 cents a piece. So I'm excited. Anyways, so let me change a little bit the topic. So last week I showed you a reindeer that is pulling a thing, a sled, but it doesn't have the right sled. Of course, I'm not gonna find it hanging around. Maybe I will, but not soon, right? So I found this one today. I'm going to do rub and buff on this one. It was only $4.49. It is heavy enough, and I thought, let me see, I have him here. I thought maybe the proportions are correct. Still don't know how I would. Oh yeah, I think it could work. So still, this is not gonna perfectly go in there or whatever, but somehow I can try to make this work because it looks more close to the right size. So I can try to make this work, even if it's just for me, not to sell it. I would not sell this by itself. I'll rather wait for years and years until the right slate comes, and then I can sell them together and enjoy it in the meantime. And then the last few items, they're kind of like in a set. I hope everybody's okay. Here. Should be fine. So I found this little thing that I know it probably came with a candle. This is what the noise was. Well, I'll show you this first. Okay, I'm not a metal tray person, but I thought this was beautiful. Look at the colors on this. I thought this was just beautiful, beautiful. So I picked it up today. I don't know if I'm gonna regret it, but it just looks such great condition. Doesn't have any markings, sadly, but the image is just so good. The colors are so good. Anyways, I decided to bring that one home. And then this is the thing that was making all the noise. So this is the color of my bathroom. And I know I can put little things here. I have one with the things to clear my ears, one to for the floss, so I can get one with bobby pins or things like that, or even for the the sponge, the cotton balls or something like that. So I decided to get it because this just matches mine. And then this thing, if you see these things, if you're a person that likes to entertain and have people over, find these things when they're a good deal, because I see these things in Amazon all the time. So I got these ones, and my Facebook videos are full of those, like people setting up for brunch and for parties, and I'm just obsessed with that. I think I should be one that does that. Like, that should be one of my side jobs, besides all the other things I do, of course. But you definitely have just like the 3 different sizes. So this is the medium one. I paid $3.99, $4.99. So not super cheap, but I entertain a lot. and then $5.99. So basically you can have it as a steps. I have something else here that I used before, and I have, you know, tier trays and all of that. So this just is up my alley, but I'm thinking I need to start renting these things. I know people use, you know, candlestick holders for weddings. I know I have enough to like entertain, you know, a larger group. So anyways, this is my thrift haul today. I hope you enjoyed it. I definitely have been enjoying the thrift stores lately. Finding a lot of things, cleaning up my house, moving decor. I did Day of the Dead ofrenda, where I use a lot of my gold frames. I normally have something that, you know, the kids and I made this year, where I was like, okay, well, let's just use the things that I have that I like. And so I think it turned out pretty cute. I'm gonna share a picture with you here. And then I have my front porch that is full of pumpkins as well. And I do all my different things that I put out there, you know, baskets and steps and all the decorations. And I'm definitely looking forward for Christmas, but I want to enjoy the seasons one by one. I'm going to be hosting for Thanksgiving, so I'm going to hold off. Maybe I'll put my Christmas tree a little bit earlier, but other than that, I think I'm going to wait till the day after Thanksgiving to decorate. So anyways, if you enjoy my video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you can share or subscribe, I'll see you next week. I'm sure it's going to be a good video, because for some reason people are just getting rid of all the good things and I'm finding them. So anyways, see you guys next week. Bye-bye.